in India's favor. I'm going to talk about one concept that just explains so much things that are discovered in the modern science. And I think it's so amazing that so many years ago, with no technology, all these things were revealed here in India. So we all know that ancient civilizations have came before science a lot of times in concepts. For example, the Greeks knew about the stars and a lot of things. And today, the only thing I want to talk about is a concept that's called Satkaryavada. Satkaryavada is a key philosophical term in two parts of the Hinduism: Samkhya philosophy, which is the basis for yoga philosophy, and Vedanta, which is a really big darshana philosophy in the Hinduism. Satkaryavada is very simple. It means that basically everything we see in the universe, everything that happens, is unfolding of potential that already existed. So basically, the effect is already inherited in the cause. Think, for example, about clay and pot. So the pot is not its own thing. It was already in the potential of the clay. There was some action, some energy that was put in the clay that transformed it into a pot. But the pot himself is not its own thing. It's actually already had the potential to become a pot from the clay. Same thing about a tree. A tree is not its own thing. A tree used to be a seed that had the potential to be a tree. And once it had the air that it needs, the sunlight that it needs, the water, it can become a full tree. But the tree doesn't stand alone. It always has the potential to become a tree. Now, so far, this can all sound like some hippie propaganda. Everything is connected. Everything is one. Let me show you exactly where it connects in the science. In science, we have something that is called the rule of energy preservation. Okay, this is the basics of science, basics of relativity. You don't want to doubt this thing. What it says, basically, energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. Energy can only change its form. This is exactly what Satkaryavada means. There is no thing that comes by itself. There is nothing that creates from zero. Everything that is created is energy that just changed its form. So, for example, if we talk about the pot is not created from the clay. The pot just transformed its energy from the clay. So nothing can be created from zero and nothing can be destroyed. Energy only changes. Next one is Satkaryavada and the multiverse theory in physics. So in short, the multiverse idea explains that basically everything we experience and everything we see and everything we want in the future already exists, and it just depends where we shift our energy or our action. And this is exactly like the idea of Satkaryavada, that everything has potential and it depends on where we put our action or thought. It depends about what you believe in the other side. In Hinduism, karma is action, but it's also what we say, it's also what we think, it's everything that leads to that. And from our karma, we can create the different verse that we will be in. So there are multiverses. There's many ideas that can happen. I can decide to be a dancer. I can decide to be a dentist. I can decide to be an agronomist, right? The potential is in me for all of these things. The Satkaryavada said, this is just like the multiverse. Many things can happen. So there are many possible realities. For example, let's talk about the seed of the tree. The seed of the tree can get its sunlight and its water and can become a tree. But the seed can also be stored in a seed bank for the next thousands of years and nothing will happen with it. Now, the seed can also be eaten by a bird. The seed can be crushed by some naturopathic medicine and consumed by some humans. So there are many, many multiverses that can happen, and it all depends on where we put the effort, our energy, our time, our intention, and this is how things will unfold to the verse we will act for. The last one is a bit different from Satkaryavada. It is more about a wider idea in Hinduism that also comes in Buddhism. It is called Indra's net. So Indra's net is described for many, many years in Hinduism and also in Buddhism as this wide net that connects within jewels, okay? Every jewel reflects the jewels next to him. Everything is connected. Everything affects each other. This also connects to the butterfly effect theory in science, where even a small butterfly movement in India can affect earthquake in Russia, for example, because everything is connected, everything is one. This is more like spiritual ideas that have not yet been evidential in science. I think we're not too far from this with all the quantic research that is happening. So we have this idea of Indra's net, everything is connected, everything is affected like this, like a domino. And I just find it so amazing that so many years ago, such old civilization like Hinduism, for example, have already found so many ideas. Obviously, Hinduism is very wide, very big. Also, science is very wide. There are a lot more connections that I didn't make in this video. I hope this is amazing to you as it is to me. And let me know what you think in the comment for this kind of piece of content that is a bit different from what I do. I'm very, very interested to explore these connections. Hope you like it.